Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to take a good old look at a couple of products that have got them listed over on some websites for our 12.5 set. This is a set which is going to be coming in January. January the 20th is a date we've seen listed a bunch of times for this, and that does... I talked about this in a video the other day. If we hadn't seen the date of January the 20th, this would still seem like probably the most sensible date. But we have seen it. It's going to be January the 20th. And although we don't have the name of the set yet, and we've not seen the official reveal of the set yet, we do know that it is going to be based on Japan's VSTAR universe, which I described when I showed it to you the other day as the best set ever, or at least quite possibly the best set ever. And I'm sorry, but since I showed you that, I've seen nothing to convince me to the contrary. We've got those wonderful art cards. I'm particularly fond of the Manaphy and the Altaria, although the Mew's making waves and the Hisuian Gudra's adorable. And then we've got those alternate art V-Stars, including Mewtwo, Hisuian Zoroark, and Hisuian Samurott. I say alternate art, they're really more special art, because we also know that there are going to be actual alternate arts. We've got things like the free V-Stars, that being Palkia, Dialga, and Hisuian Zoroark, that we've actually already had released in stuff that Japan hasn't. And this is going to be our equivalent of that set. It's going to be amazing. Here's the thing, though. These products that we've had listed, a couple of them were expected. One of them isn't so expected, but we can make a, not 100% certain, but a pretty good guess as to what it might end up being. So, we might as well start off with that one. That is one that I think is very, very interesting. And we've got a listing for a VMAX box, which then, of course, leads to the question of which VMAX is it? And the leading candidate has got to be Pikachu VMAX. Now, this is the one... It actually came out in Japan a while ago. There was an issue of Korokoro Comic, which did include this. It was kind of awesome. And then we've seen it been released in other countries in other various ways. Over in Korea, it was a Kellogg's cereal promo. Over in Hong Kong and Taiwan, it's an anniversary promo. We've seen this popping up in various ways over the past few months. And the question has basically been, how are we going to get it? And remember, this 12.5 set, this V-Star Universe equivalent, this is it. In terms of the Sword and Shield TCG, this is it, this is the end. Because as soon as this set is over, we are heading to Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. Now, we don't have an official release date for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, but again, we've seen listings and everything is telling us it's going to be Friday the 24th of February. Which means we don't have long, ladies and gentlemen. We really do not have long. This set is basically coming out a month before the end of Pokemon Sword and Shield in the TCG. And we've seen this before. You don't get Sword and Shield, or you won't get Sword and Shield cards in Scarlet and Violet sets, in the same way we don't get Sun and Moon cards in Sword and Shield sets. And we did have a bunch of cards from the late Sun and Moon era, which just never found their way out in English, because we just never got chance. There were a bunch of gold tag teams which just never found their way out in English. They came around too late in the Sun and Moon era and just never had a chance to come out in Sword and Shield. But we also know that Pokemon really do seem to be trying to avoid that this time around. So yeah, this seems like what it's going to be. Now, it's not 100% certain, obviously, but it does seem like it, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, come on. This absolutely seems like it. Because as it stands at the moment, and please do correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong about this, I'm fairly sure this is the only VMAX that we're missing. This is the only VMAX Pokemon that's been released in Japan that we haven't had. So what other VMAX could it be coming in this box? As a side note, I'm translating it myself here as we go, but you've obviously got 4 energy 250, and I'm fairly sure the first attack is single energy, and you attach 3 lightning energy from your trash, or your discard pile, it's technically trash, they say in Japanese, from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. So yeah, cool. And I have just paused to check that, and I did have my translation correct. So yay! I did it, ladies and gentlemen. I did it. I'm a little bit proud of myself. So it's not a fantastic card, but it's quite cool. There is a counter-argument, though. It could just be that there is an alternate art VMAX in VSTAR Universe that comes in this box instead. And we know there is going to be at least one alternate art VMAX in VSTAR Universe because we've already had it. Japan haven't had it, but in the Charizard Ultra Premium Collection, we had the alternate art of Charizard VMAX. That is a card and artwork which, as it stands at the moment, does not exist in Japanese. And we've already had it confirmed that the alternate art V-Star from the Ultra Premium Collection is going to be in V-Star Universe in Japan. So you've got to assume that this VMAX is going to be in there as well. And we've already had it confirmed that there are going to be other alternate art V-Stars which are coming in V-Star Universe in Japan. So there is a very good chance that Charizard is not the only alternate art VMAX that is coming in V-Star Universe, so maybe one of them could find its way into the box. The existence of the alternate art Charizard VMAX for us tells us that there is at least one in the Japanese set, which means there's a good chance there's more, and if there are more, we need to get them, and therefore there's a decent chance one of them ends up as the box. I don't think it will, incidentally. I'm just saying this is the other potential option, because come on, Pikachu. What more do you need to know, ladies and gentlemen? There is a very, very good chance, I think an almost 100% chance, that this is going to be in the VMAX box, purely because Pokemon love making products with Pikachu on. And why wouldn't they? Pikachu's a mascot. Pikachu's your boy. Pikachu is, Pokemon to a lot of people. They know that having this means that there is going to be more people interested in this product. They know that more people are going to want to buy this product because it's got Pikachu on the cover and a Pikachu promo on, etc. So again, I can't tell you for 100% certain, but like I say, the only other option is an alternate art VMAX from V-Star Universe that ends up coming out over here. But that does seem very roundabout, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be honest with you. It seems pretty gosh darned roundabout. Now, we have had a couple of other things that were revealed, or at least listed, that we can have a little bit of a look at. They're, I think it's fair to say, not quite as exciting, but they are still pretty cool and they are worth having a look at. What we've had listed here is we've got some mini tins. Yay! Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you here. And I've said this in a bunch of videos, right? So any long-time viewers, you're going to know this going in. Not a fan of the mini tins. Don't really like the mini tins. No real love for the mini tins. And we always get the mini tins. Every set that comes out, we get the mini tins. We saw the mini tins for celebrations. That was a thing. There were 8 of those, sorry. There was one for each generation. And then we also saw the mini tins come around for Pokemon Go. And there were 5 of them that time round. And essentially the deal is there are going to be a bunch of them. And they're going to make a picture when you line them up. And they're all going to come with a little art card that you can line up and frame and all that good stuff. It's fine. They're going to be a cheap way to get a bunch of packs, which is going to be fine. And that's basically what we're looking at here. I don't think they're going to be particularly stunning. They're going to be 2 packs and an art card for like $9. So, up to you, basically. If you just want to buy packs, they're generally some of the cheapest ways to actually just get your hand on actual packs, which is nice. But that's about it, honestly. I'm not a huge fan of the mini tins. For me, they are a bit of a skip. What is way more interesting, however, are the pin collections. Because again, we tend to get pin collections for every set. But if we have a look, for instance, at Pokemon Go, there were 3 pin collections featuring Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander. I'm not going to go back through multiple special sets. They tend to be the same for every set. This is a nice example. And these are like we generally tend to see. 3 packs, a promo, and a pin. And you're going to get this time around, again, we don't know this for a fact because we've not seen a full listing. We've just seen a name out there. But it's going to be 3 packs and a promo and a pin. Cool. That's what you're going to be getting. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, let's do it. There's probably going to be multiple different versions, 3 to 5, and it's going to come with promos, which they do tend to be alternate art promos. That's not a guarantee or anything silly like that, but they do tend to be alternate art promos. You have been warned. And they're going to be cool, and they're going to be lovely, and they're going to have pins. And I'm a lover of pins at this stage, right? I love me a good pin. So yeah, there's going to be pins, there's going to be promos, they're probably going to be alternate arts, and it's going to be lovely. For me, the most exciting thing is this VMAX box, and I think at this stage, very, very likely outcome that this is where we finally get our Pikachu VMAX. And frankly, ladies and gentlemen, I have been waiting for Pikachu VMAX, and this makes me very, very happy indeed. But now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about these. Tell me how excited you are. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games and all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel. You can get some bonus podcasts where I answer all of your questions, and I am actually recording a new one of those today. So, go and get your questions in. You can join a Discord and chat with us, which is always an awful lot of fun. And you can get shout-outs on the channel, like the lovely Kieran, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now, and is a very lovely person. So thank you for all the support, and thank you for being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.